how can I send this to
Discord?
Discord? Oh, you want to do that?
You can do it. We're actually already live right now.
Damn, bro.
So, whenever you feel like it.
I just gotta find it, bro. I know.
We are live. Welcome in, chat. Hello, hello.
Hello? Everybody.
Play some light music. How does that sound?
You know, I think I need to swap accounts because it's not going to show me that.
I don't like how YouTube has these playlists, but it's never like consistent with the uploader. This is fun.
Yeah.
Yo, Zero Cool, what's going on? G-Shock, Macro, Cat, morning from New York, gentlemen. Hey, Butters. I got your watch hostage here still. It's still here.
All right.
Just letting you guys know, Zero did purchase this really cool Casio wristwatch. But it's actually like a very special one because it has a picture of my cat in it. So
does that add an extra 20?
Yeah, I think that's like
extra 10%.
Yeah, it's actually so rare. You don't see that much. What's going on, guys? My cat is also here too.
All right, I've got Discord. By the way, I saw that those two new. My mustache is growing bigger, by the second.
Welcome in. I know a lot of people will be watching this not while live, so say hello in the comments. Let us know where you guys are watching from. Maybe if you guys are wearing a watch while watching this stream, let us know what you're wearing.
Yeah, I read every single comment. I reply to as many as I can, but at this point, we get like close to 1,000 comments a month.
Stop being lazy. You need to respond to every single one.
Guys, I have a full-time job as well as this. So
true.
Unfortunately, we can't work on this full-time at the moment. So I need to, respond. I need to actually do my main job. And then when I have some downtime, I respond to comments. I saw 2 new pickups. They tried to deliver it here, but then
I'm so sorry. So the house that I live in, like I have like a doorbell, like a normal doorbell, but it's like impossible to hear. But I did reschedule it. It should come around 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. which is now. Yeah,
we should. I'm excited to see it because maybe do you want to show the things?
What do you mean?
Show the 2 pickups we just got. Let's see the comments as well. Hello, Kitty Casio. What's up, Tim Cheeseman? Welcome in. Nice to have you. First time here. First words. Butters says, hi, Kitty, Night Alpha. Dude, your cat is going to break your LG.
Cat, oh my god, my cat is... She never does this. I promise you.
Hello from Queensland, Australia. Hello, Ricky. Thank you.
Ricky,
first words. Welcome in. Jason June says, favorite Rolex. I hate Rolex. No, I'm just kidding.
I only like fake Rolexes, apparently.
Yeah.
I
don't know. That's a tough... I think, okay, I would never buy one of these and I would never be able to afford one unless if we start making like over $1 million a year or 4 million, split 4 ways. But I'll show you what I'm talking about.
My cat might actually... Come on.
She's gonna press the...
Nothing happened to the piece, right? She's like behind my cables right now. I'm so sorry.
She's nibbling on the power supply.
Yeah.
So that's a little worrying. So it would be a platinum day date. Can you press the button to change it over to
Of course.
Let's pretend we're rich for a second and hop on the Rolex website. All right, that one's a shitter. Hold on. Obviously, we go to... I personally prefer 36 mil. Is that crazy?
36?
Yeah, I don't like 40 mil. It's too big for me.
I agree. I was doing the editing for one of the future videos, and some guy had a Wimbledon, Rolex Wimbledon. I think it was 41. It looked pretty big for his wrist, so definitely not fit on mine.
Oh, they might not even sell it anymore. Meteorite, date, platinum, diamond bezel. These ones. Nice. Look at that. That's quite beautiful. I like it in either this one or the fluted bezel. Either one. But this one is quite nice. But I would never be able to, afford one of these. But I'd say that's the favorite,
I want you to be more confident. I think you can.
little...
I think you can get it in the future.
Do you know how much these cost, by the way?
I don't.
Like...
Whenever I hear Rolex, it doesn't sound like real money to me. It actually doesn't sound like real money. Is that the price?
It's 102.
Oh my goodness! What is wrong with this?
Well,
industry.
To be fair, this is like, how much is 200 grams of platinum? Because it's at least 200 grams, about 40 grams worth of platinum in it. And then you got the diamonds and the meteorite. So there's a fair bit of... It's quite blingy, but this is like a holy grail. You know what I mean?
All right, chat. Can you guys let him know? Is this a good pick for like your favorite Rolex though? Is this a good pick? That's something worth discussing, I think.
Is this a shitter? Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't think it's a bad watch. I just think it's just like, in the realm of like reality, it's just not there for me.
Yeah. If I was doing a fantasy model, I'd do a Langella Datejust mix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get rid of that Explorer 6.9 style bullshit. Just have like basically an oyster quartz.
Okay.
An oyster quartz. If they did like a Langella oyster quartz.
Also, Nomi, welcome in the chat. Thank you so much. Love your videos. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, these like this is an oyster quartz Datejust, but if they did one like the only problem I have with the Langella is the chicken wire dial and this 6.9, like the Explorer 6.9. Get rid of those two and I think it would look a lot better. If they just did a normal Datejust looking one, I think that would be my personal kind of dream one. I do like the Rainbow Daytona. This is the official watch of the LGBT. It's sponsored by... See? It's got the full rainbow there.
It's really cool though.
It is cool. I would never be able to pull it off though.
That with the vintage Cellini. Yep.
Vintage Cellini. I think King Midas, a lapis lazuli dial King Midas. That would be something that's more realistic to kind of buy. For me, I mean, it's very expensive, but these don't get much above 20k. Obviously, the Platinum Daytona I shown is like 100k plus. By 20k, like you could work towards this, right? And it's quite nice. I like it a lot. It's like, it's just beautiful. Look at that. You overestimated the platinum cost. Should only be about 10k AUD. Oh, okay. Damn. Milgas is cool. Yeah, you like the Milgas, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit heartbroken that turned out to be a lot of allegations saying it was fake. So I do like it. I think it's one of the more unique Rolexes. That's not like insanely expensive.
Yeah,
I think I like it. Yeah.
Another one I like is the vintage root beers. Oh, not that. Oops. Vintage root beer Rolex. These ones, I think, are quite nice, especially the full gold ones. Yeah, I think these are very nice. Very cool. 16578. That's a 5-digit. I prefer the 4 digits, but both of them are nice. But these, yeah, look at that. Damn. I like these more. I do like the vintage Pepsis as well. But I like these more than the vintage Pepsis, to be honest.
You got a question from Spacebound. It says, have you seen any Vacheron out in the wild?
We did. We saw Vacheron Constant.
It was a Frederic.
Yeah, it was a Frederic Constant. I can't remember if I know we haven't had one on the interview. I'm trying to remember if I've even seen one, but I don't think I've even seen one.
No, I don't think you really see those much.
Yeah.
I would like to have one on camera, but
Yeah. Which one would you pick? You could pick like to have one on camera.
Which you mean like brands?
No, like which Vacheron. I'd like to see one of these ones, a VC222 in yellow gold. Either a vintage one or a new one. Or one of these. I mean, we've seen them in stores, but oops. These VC perpetuals, the 4300 Vs. I'd love to get one of these on there. I think this one in gold and blue. I think this is one of the most beautiful watches ever made. It's just so classy. Right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you beat that? You know, moon phase, perpetual calendar. That's like the pinnacle of useful complications for me.
Yeah,
I would say.
that'd be really cool to see in person. They're so expensive.
Yeah, they're like over.
Yeah.
100. Yeah. I would love VC222. They're so expensive. Yeah. I think any of these, even too, like the ones,
Jesus.
the skeletonized ones are quite nice too. These ones are like 200k or something crazy.
I feel like you would have to have crazy connections to find someone like that. I don't think many people walk around with that in Japan. Maybe we're not looking hard.
We're in the wrong circles, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we might see one of these one day, but look, the reality is that out of the three, out of the three Holy Trinity brands, VC are selling the least amount of watches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not in terms of like value or whatever, but just in terms of physical amount of watches. I think they sell like 10k a year, whereas Patek and AP are selling like 30, 40, even 45k a year or something like that. Let me look it up. How much? The Holy Trinity make watches. That's I feel like I'm not using my brain. There was a
Unobtainium. I like that word.
Okay, here it is. So AP makes 40k, Patek makes approximately 60, and Vacheron makes around 20.
Vacheron is the lowest amount.
In terms of physical volume, yeah. I saw some spreadsheet that shows obviously Rolex make like 1.2 million a year, so making a ton of watches.
Yeah, with all the watches I see out in like Knocking on Broadway, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Jason Jun asks, is this one?
Yeah.
Jason Jun asks, what do your personal collections look like? We have a mix of everything. I think there's a few. Do you want to spoil some of our stuff coming up? I'll show you what I'm wearing today.
I can do the top
yeah,
down,
do the top down. It's gonna be
a little bit too glary.
Yeah. But I'll reverse it for you. So this is a Seiko mojito cocktail or Presage cocktail time mojito. So they use the mojito as a motif. It's got a see, you guys see that? It's got an open case back, and
I still think these watches are like the best for your buck, bang for your buck, as they say.
Yeah, they're usually around sub 500, so they're quite nice.
Yeah.
Now that like the special edition ones are a little more expensive, but are you gonna leak some of the upcoming?
No. I think okay. So surprisingly, a lot of people in the Discord also have been asking, or was like wondering. A lot of people don't know that we actually like run a store, because I guess we don't really promote it that much on our YouTube videos.
Yeah,
but like I don't know if is that watch still on the store, or did you take it off?
No, it's on the store. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think this is on. I checked.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, let's check now.
Yeah, well, we have a store called thejapanesefactory.com. There's not too many items on there yet because we're kind of just trying to expand. But we've been getting a lot of requests, like custom requests. And if you guys want anything from Japan, or like a watch that's just really hard to get from Japan, make a custom request. Or come to the watch meetup and buy a watch from us, because that's what Zero Cool. I don't know if he's still in the chat. Zero Cool actually bought this watch on the spot. We like shook hands. He passed me the money, and now I just need to get this in his hands.
Yeah.
So
there we go. Butter says I have the same Presage. Hello, how do you feel about seeing your grail in person, like meeting your hero? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, hold on. I guess I could show off mine. I got one of this. It's called Independent. It's like a Citizen. off-brand. Like it's like it's interesting. I like the look of it. And we have this, which is unfortunately going to be going away. It's like a camera. And what else should I show? I don't know. A bunch back here.
Where was the?
Show this one.
Yeah.
Show this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't go too much into it, but we have a bunch. And if you want to see them all, pretty much.
So this is. It's kind of hard to get it to not be really reflective because this is one of these older. Are you able to turn that light off for me for a second?
Yeah. Wait, am I out of battery on it?
Yeah, that's probably the bit. Oh, there we go. So this is a Citizen vintage triple calendar. This was actually Japan's first triple calendar. So it shows, if you look closely, it shows the month, the day, the date, small seconds. This one, this is the nicest. It needed a little work when I got it, but I've got it overhauled. It's in nice condition overall. And it took me ages to find one this nice, but finally managed to get it. That one's up.
It's the 1950s, right?
1950s, yeah, it was Japan's first triple calendar. So, you know, back when the Swiss were like, oh, the Japanese are not shit, you know, they can't make a good watch.
Yeah.
Then Citizen was like, you know, hold my sake, and made that belter of a watch. And then, you know, now 75 years later, I think it's a masterpiece.
Still works fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Carlos says next watch meetup. We usually do it in Shibuya. When will be the next one? Actually, we have to actually decide.
Yes. So
I think Friday was a good idea. I think a lot more people was able to come on Friday.
Yeah, I was talking. We have one of our Patreons, Maple Flavor, is coming to Japan.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Yeah, and so he said he'll be in Japan on the 22 to 20. He'll be in Tokyo on the 22 to 24 again. So we're gonna run it on the 22nd, which is a Sunday.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
So Sunday, June 22nd. So I got to get that. Crimson Wolf, Chris, why aren't you at work?
You know Crimson
I
Wolf?
do. That's well, I won't expose him, but
Okay.
that's someone who works at my workplace. But
Okay.
I gotta be careful what I say, you know.
Yeah. Sure. True.
No, well, it's past 6 o'clock, so you know I was working until 6 p.m. and then you know after that I came and hopped on the stream with you. Awesome. So yeah, 6:22. All right. Let's go up a bit to Majal because he asked a question that we kind of missed, which says, what are the most expensive watches you guys have seen in the wild? Ones people were wearing in public and not ones at dealers. I think the two.
Skeleton AP.
Yeah, that one's 180k. You're right.
That's the most expensive watch we've had. And unfortunately, that video just didn't perform as well as we thought. For some reason, if it's like not fake, it just people don't, I guess, really talk about it. I don't know. It might have just been unlucky. And it was one of those sponsored videos too. We can open it up and show. Yeah, maybe. Well, the sponsors passed. Actually, we don't get any more money. But where's the here? So can you change the screen thing? So yeah, here it was. Yeah, this was the most. Some people still call this one fake. Just because they're like, oh, it's too expensive, you know, it looks off, blah blah blah. But if you look at the footage, like the double balance wheel is working correctly. It's got the correct weights too on the movement. So I'm like almost 100% sure this is real. So he got it before the price increase. Now it's like he probably paid 80 grand, maybe a little less, and now they're like over 180. So this is the most expensive. We've seen 2 platinum Daytonas. We just weren't able to get them on interview, which are also pretty expensive. Bro, every single time we come across someone with a platinum Daytona, they look scary. Like it's hard to approach them.
That's why I make a joke with Yuta. I'm like, because the 2 guys who are wearing it, well, I don't know if they were Yakuza, but they certainly had
one of them. You can tell when someone's hiding their tattoos when they're wearing like the long sports like compression
Under
t-shirts.
Armour.
Under Armour, yeah. You can tell when people are just hiding their tattoos, and he had a nice Daytona with it too, which is a pretty good sign that.
Yeah.
So we were actually thinking, because I don't know if you guys are caught up with like a bunch of the Japanese events, but there's like an event where you can actually interact with like real Yakuzas. Yeah, they call it Sanja Matsuri or Sanja Festival in Asakusa, and a bunch of Yakuzas will go out there and interact with like normal people, and they all have like nice watches.
Yeah.
So I figure next year we'll go, and I might actually like get stabbed if I ask these questions.
Yeah. How do you afford?
How do I respectfully talk to Yakuza without pissing him off? You know
what's going to be interesting is they're going to show their watch and they're going to be missing their pinky.
Yeah. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Yeah.
That's what I want. But yeah, I think we definitely want to do that next year. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, when was that? Was it the weekend we went to the Air Force base?
Yeah, we went to the Air Force.
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen that, let's bring up the Discord that photo. If I think I posted it. I'm pretty sure I posted it in general. How come there's so many unread channels? Do you not look?
I follow some channels on Discord, but I don't say anything.
Yeah, here we go. That's the.
Yeah.
That's the three of us. That's Yuda, and then the middle guy. His name was Zach.
Yeah.
And so he was the connect. He's like to us, you guys should come to the friendship festival. And he was awesome, man. He was like taking us around.
I felt like a celebrity, bro. I know it's crazy. I felt like a celebrity. We had a few people message us. They're like, I saw you guys at the Yokota Air Festival, but I didn't get to say hi.
Yeah, it was a bit upsetting. It's like if you see us in person.
Yeah, always. I'm always down to say hi.
Yeah, feel free to come up and say hi. Like, you know, we're always happy to talk to anybody who like, you know, is on our channel or whatever. But yeah, he was really nice. He answered a bunch of questions about, you know, the Air Force, you know, just like what it's like being a pilot and stuff like that. So I think the video is going to be titled like what watches do Air Force pilots wear, you know what I mean, or what watches do pilots wear, something like that. But it's going to be cool. It was really nice. He was really nice to hang out with, and it's just awesome to have someone to like show us around and you know, introduce us to people and stuff like that. So
yeah, I need to go back again. Try to go to more of these. How do you approach people? What is your pickup line? I'm really bad. I'm like a really bad. I'm the one that usually does the interviews, but I never try to approach people. I'm kind of like the wingman in the situation. So it's him that approaches people and be like, "Oh, that's a very nice watch." But in Japanese, you know, sometimes.
Yeah, it depends. Sometimes it's a little awkward because like I look at them and I can't tell like are they Japanese. Like if they're if they're white, right? I don't know. Like do they speak English or are they Italian or something like that, right? But I just take an educated guess and I say, hey, that's a nice watch. It's a really nice watch. And then if I know what watch it is, I'll like say, or if I have an idea of what it is, like if I look at it and I say like, oh, I think that's a Panda Daytona or something like that. I'll say, hey, that's a really nice watch, man. Is it Panda Daytona? Or is it like a Seiko Panda or something like that? And then they say, oh yeah, well, we start talking a little bit and they say, actually, me and my friend, we run a YouTube channel where we ask people like, what watch are they wearing? What are they doing today in, you know, the Friendship Festival or at the Oktoberfest, or what are you doing today in Harajuku or something like that, right? And then so yeah, we try and convince them to, you know, do an interview with us. And yeah, sometimes, you know, they're just too shy or they're busy or whatever, so we can't do it. But most of the time, I'd say actually our success rate is what, 30%, 40% maybe.
That's a little higher. I think you did a pretty good job. It really depends. I feel like I know a lot of people want more Japanese people on our stuff, but like it's just the hardest. It's just so hard convincing these people to get on camera. The Japanese people tend to be very shy, right? And they don't want to talk about how much money they spent or how much money they make. So like we try to be respectful as possible.
Yeah, I would agree. I'd say like for foreigners the rate is higher, like maybe 60-70%.
Yeah,
assuming they're not busy or whatever.
Yeah,
right. But then Japanese, especially Japanese women, the rate is quite low, like below.
Japanese women never want to be on camera, even if we blur their face. Like even if we try to blur their face and stuff.
Yeah, I understand it though, because who wants to be on, you know, two dirty guys video?
I feel like the more subscribers we get, the more they'll be inclined to.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think the bigger that we
Maybe.
are, I think it makes it easier, right?
I think the better we start dressing and looking, you know, start getting
We have to
designer
dress like,
haircuts.
okay,
Yeah.
I don't want that.
And you start wearing leather jackets and say, "Are you open mind?"
Are you open mind? Okay, we're skipping past a lot of messages, but we'll shotgun through it. Okay,
Yeah.
so I have a Citizen Bullhead Quartz, cool watch. I actually want one of those bullheads.
Do you already have one?
Yeah, I know, I have one.
But
It's
you're
downstairs.
upset it doesn't work.
Yeah, it just doesn't really work.
It's hard. I'm trying to figure out. I need to spend more time with it to try and figure out. But it's either not working or there's something like I'm missing something to change the time.
I'm sorry, I also don't consider it a bullhead.
Yeah.
Is that crazy to say?
That is crazy.
I don't consider
A bullhead is a bullhead. What do you
I
mean?
know, it just doesn't, it's not a bullhead in
It's
my
not.
I don't
Yeah.
anyways.
What do you guys think of Lorus watches? Let's take a look at some Lorus watches then. Can you change the thing?
I don't know anything about Lorus.
We should take a look see. Well, their website is taking a long time to load.
Everyone's buying stuff right now. Yeah, I was very, very drunk at that Yokote Air Festival. Not Yokote Air Festival, the
The Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest, yes. I had a whole glass. Like, it was
Yeah, a whole boot. Look, maybe you just go like images or something first. What is Lorus? Okay, there's some interesting designs. That one's nice, Chrono.
What's the story behind Lorus? I don't understand.
I don't know either. That's why let's try and go on their website again. But it looks like it's not working.
It's not working.
I imagine they'd be good if they.
SoftBank Air acting up.
Damn.
I don't have SoftBank Air.
Yeah, I mean this one's looks like a kind of more classic Seiko design. That's not bad. I like that one. This one's nice, kind of. It's like a like a Seiko Panda, but then they've added in like a tachymeter on the outside. Like there's a couple of cool designs here. Nothing crazy, as long as they're not like over, $500. Apparently, it says Seiko Watch Corporation, so it's a sub brand of Seiko.
Is it? I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I've never heard of them, but
There's no way this is a sub brand of Seiko.
yeah, if they're under like 500, I think that they'd be fine.
Is Lorus made in Japan? Hold on, let's see. People ask. Seiko Corporation of America distributes Seiko watches and clocks, as well as Pulsar and Lorus brand watches in the United States.
Damn.
Huh.
Interesting.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah. Why don't we go bottom up to start with? So we'll do this.
Oh yeah, sure.
Thoughts about Ming watches? I know exactly what we're talking about because we saw one in person, didn't we? Oh no, that was a Telia Wen. I'm crazy. I've seen these before though.
Well, these designs are awesome. What the heck?
Yeah. They're really nice. Damn.
What is that? That's really cool.
It's like a world timer. Buenos Aires, New York, Denver, Chicago. I used to run those streets, bro.
You've never been to Chicago, man.
It's got a little micro rotor. That's a really nice case back. Like it looks really, really nice. Love the loom shot here. That's beautiful. The thing is though, if you're selling at 22k Swiss francaroonies, better be good, right? I like the designs. They're quite nice. Minimalist here. It's a nice design, but that's... Oh, this one's only 3,250. Okay, that's not too bad.
These are nice.
Yeah, it's a little expensive, but nothing, insane. From micro brands like Handmade, that's not crazy. Let's see their other watches. This one's nice, so that dial. I like it. What about the Starlight? 1.5 Venturine style dial. That's more the kind of stuff I'm into.
What are your thoughts in like watches with no like numbers?
I can't read numbers anyway, so it's perfect for me.
You can't read numbers.
I think the Ming creator is Singaporean. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's nice. Look, they got a guilloche style dial.
Wait,
here.
Cat says Malaysian.
Malaysian. There you go, even better. It's a chronograph, apparently.
Mad Maxine says, will you guys do another Oktoberfest in October? The crazy thing is we have these Oktoberfest in Odaiba, but like it never happens around October.
Yeah.
I don't get it. They do it like in May. They do it in June. They do it in like the middle of August.
You know why? It's because of the weather.
This comment is crazy. Hey, mind if I poo to this? Go ahead. That's actually like an honor.
Yeah, an honor.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, people like to do their business and watch streams.
Yeah.
So you know, it's a safe place. You guys can do whatever you want.
We're looking at shitters while you're on the shitter.
Exactly.
How about that?
Exactly.
Most Lorus watches are sub $100, between 100 200 here in Sweden. Okay, that's not too bad. Do you think the affordable microbrand city is going to explode in Japan like other parts in the world? I think it's starting with Kuoe.
That's a good question, actually. Wow. I mean,
let's start a microbrand.
Let's start a microbrand.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I mean, there's a lot more upcoming. Like,
yeah, I mean, Kuoe's been around for like 5 years, right?
Yeah.
But we met that guy who had his microbrand. You remember the name of those websites?
Yeah.
We met this guy in person at one of our meetups. So he's starting out like with his microbrands. You know, making a few of these watches. This would be about, I don't know, $300 US roughly, $300 to $400. So yeah, I mean, I think I could see it happening, right? Like people, you know, really like Japanese watches, especially with Seiko going up market. Like we could see a lot of people choosing to you know, go with micro brands. There's also like Not, who we want to talk with. These guys they're very affordable kind of micro brand, right? They've got a lot of different kind of designs. I hit the plus button so we can see it. Like this one here with the like automatic commuter movement. I think this one's the Radin in black and then red. They have one.
Not looks a lot of fun, actually. You get to design your own stuff, right?
Yeah, so you choose like each of the so after you choose, you can choose a strap. So they've got here like this firefly strap, or you can choose any sort of color. These kind of like
I love that strap. Very kimono-esque.
Yeah, this one on the red one. Look at that. Like that one.
Show Minase from Cat. Minase. Minase is a sub brand. Is Minase like a?
Yeah, Minase is a sub brand. They do a lot of casework for big brands though, so like they're not 100% out. It's nice little like kind of red Fume Submariner. They do lady stuff too, like this like malachite kind of dial. There was one they made here. I really like this one. It's a triple calendar.
Yikes! There's a lot of.
It might even be a perpetual. I don't know. And then you can put it on a metal strap, so you can put it on like like that one. What do you think about that? Is that crazy?
It's alright, man.
Damn. What about there?
Nah, I don't like that.
Damn. What about in black then?
Okay, you're cooking a little bit. Looks a lot better.
They've got other ones from the same like silver one.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Good.
And then you could chuck on the silver strap.
I like the moon face.
Yeah, moon face triple calendar.
That's a lot of watch, man.
Yeah, and these end up being like 35,000 yen. So what's that? Barely over 200 US.
Yeah.
You can get engraved too if it's. They're quite nice. Minase, yeah, they do a lot of casework for bigger brands, but they do their own watches too. So, look, I don't know if I'd call them. I think their direct watches are technically micro brands, but because they work with big watch brands a lot, you know.
This is crazy.
Really nice. Yeah.
I don't know if I could wear this, but
it's 31k Swiss francs.
Is there a watch brand that uses, you know, that one Japanese thing where they like break a vase and then they put it back together?
Kintsugi, yeah.
Do they have Kintsugi watches? Does that exist?
There's a guy who does a custom. This guy does. He's done these.
Right. I've seen this one.
Yeah, I think I've shown this to you. He's got one that's like a open heart version where he's cracked the dial, which is really cool. Let me see if I can open heart. He did one that's this one here. So he's cracked.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, he's cracked the dial in order to and then, you know, done the Kintsugi thing.
I love that. That's so cool.
Yeah, we should definitely do a video one day where like me, you, maybe Max too, if he's got some time. The three of us go head to head with like making a modded watch, right?
Yeah.
And try and see, you know, who can make the best modded watch.
Kintsugi was really awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, he did a good job with that one. There's another one too that's just got a completely black dial, but this one has the Segai Heart dial. And it says Umi, so like, you know, ocean on the dial. It's quite nice.
Yeah, but going back to Minase, man, that's...
Yeah, that's a crazy. Cool, that one's 31 grand though. About 40 grand US. The Swiss francs. Look at the box though.
Is this the box that it comes in?
That's the box.
Dang.
Yes.
They got the Urushi. I think someone in chat was asking if there's any watches with Urushi. Minase
nice.
Minase has it.
6 grand. I'm pretty sure Not has an Urushi dial as well.
Okay.
If I'm not
it's like not so. It is like not very common, but it's still out there, right?
Yeah. Well, it's hard to do, right? It's a difficult technique.
What's the reasoning behind Kuoe's rise in popularity? Simply good value for price or marketing. I think it's just cheap, and I also think one of the reasons why Kuoe is so big is because there's so much people traveling to Japan. They go to Kyoto and they love Kyoto so much because it is a really beautiful city, right? They're like, oh, I want something here, and they see, you know, this watch company that has very affordable watches and has a sort of like a classic look to it. I think Teddy also blew up too, but like I think everyone buys old usage shirt.
Oh, that one. Okay.
I think everyone wants to buy a Kuoe when in Kyoto.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of things, right? I think, yeah, like you said, number one is like they're actually marketing in English. Like all of these other brands just are terrible at marketing in English or providing, or even providing like information in English, right? So even the big brands, you look at Citizen, and so if you go on the Japanese website for Citizen's explanation on like Duratec coating, on the English side, it just says Duratec coating is a grade 5 titanium. That's it. And on the Japanese side, it's like a full, like in-depth white paper, all the information you ever want, right? So it just feels like a lot of them are just very lazy with their English marketing, whereas Kuoe's quite nice.
This trousers guy is... I'm sorry, what the heck is that comment?
That's a total power move.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I agree with Kai.
I just couldn't stop laughing at that. Go on, go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, I think I agree with Kai. Good design, good branding, good marketing, reasonable price. Like, yes, they have some more expensive models, but they're not going crazy like over 100,000 yen, right?
These watches are beautiful though. I love the Royal Smith line, and like I think everyone. I know you can buy this online. Go to the store yourself.
It's cheaper.
It's just better.
It's better and cheaper, yeah.
Better. You get to choose everything there.
Yeah, I like these ones with the grainy dial.
It's so busy though, man. Last time I like poked my head in there, no one was able to talk to me because there's so many people lining up to get a watch from here.
I think they're smart too. Like when you buy a watch and you post a photo of it, they will repost you on their story. Yeah,
Kuoe actually follows our Instagram account.
Yeah,
like, they're very savvy with social media.
Yeah,
and I think that's what puts them above so many other brands. Like I think Knot should do that more, right? Knot.
100%.
Knot could definitely be the Kuoe of Tokyo.
The Kuoe of Tokyo, yeah, they could start doing stuff like this, and you know they could dominate that sub $300 as well.
Yeah. You guys might hold a world record for the most internet tabs. Yeah, I was editing something, so there's a bunch of tabs for that, and then
once we get on the stream, we just start going crazy with tabs. Whereas, I mean, they I think the thing too is a lot of people are a bit scared of buying Japanese vintage. So what they're doing is, they brought out these like a lot of these vintage looking designs, and they're giving you a lot of options. And it becomes more of like a memento because you can get it engraved, a lot of them, right, as well. And then you look like here,
wow,
like it's a nice product overall, right? This one's got a Miyota caliber 9122. It's like it's not like you're buying some movement that is not nice, right? It's a rock solid Japanese movement. They have a ton of nice designs, so I think they've just been killing it market wise.
I think it's just a bit of everything. I don't think they're doing anything wrong. Is that crazy to say?
Yeah, I think, you know, like to become this well known within 5 years, like I would say they're Japan's #1 micro brand right now, right? Nobody's really even close, I would say, in terms of hype, in terms of, you know, social media clout and stuff like that. So
a lot of people have been asking like where to find Kuoe watches in Tokyo. I have a list in my head. We might actually make a video on that, maybe.
Yeah.
Or like short, maybe a short. I don't know if a whole video's.
We could do a video. We could do a weekday video, I think. We gotta try and knock out some more weekday videos.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Steady Trousers, your favorite man, says no toilet paper equals no wiping. I just bought a Grand Seiko, so no money to buy toilet paper. Whoops. Wife equals pissed.
That's a good strat. That's a good strat.
You can always replace that.
Right, let's move
the
on.
Toilet paper or the wife?
Let's move on. Okay. I went to the Kuoe store Golden Week and was totally impressed with what they had. Unfortunately, the wife stopped me from buying.
Damn. Oh yeah, that's right. You went to Kyoto, didn't you, or Osaka?
Oh, let's go. Hi. I don't.
He's picking up the 2 new watches that we ordered, so you guys will be the first in the world to see them. So Mojel says lots of watches have English date indicators instead of Japanese. Is that common even for JDM only models? So a lot of the models will have a double date wheel, right? So they'll have at least for Seiko, they have a dual language date wheel. So it will usually be English and something else. So if it's sold in Italy, it'll be like an English date wheel and an Italian date wheel. And then if it's the Japanese model, I'll have the English date wheel and the Japanese date wheel. You know, Korean model, Korean date wheel and English date wheel.
Guys, this might be the most exciting stream that we've had. We got some packages. It's going to be an unboxing stream. But I had to get rid of these papers so you guys don't know where I live.
Yeah. So yeah, Mojal, generally if you see the you want to look for like a lot of the ones that have J1 at the end, like which one is it to change the
one sec?
Yeah. So a lot of these ones here, when they have like J1 at the end, so like this SKZ211J1, it has an English and like a Japanese day wheel. Don't hold me to that, but that's just a general guideline on like which let me put the Q&A on. It's like a general guideline on which ones have an English and also a Japanese date wheel at the same time, right? So it's a good way to kind of, so you can swap between, you know, both languages in these ones, right? So that's what I recommend. If you're really interested in having an English and a Japanese date wheel, or you want a Japanese date wheel, buy the models in Japan, you know, with the J1 suffix, or you just check it yourself. Like, you know, if you ask any of these, if you're in any shop or whatever, and you say, hey, can I try on the watch? And can I change the date or whatever? They'll let you change the date. And yeah, you'll be able to put it in another language and check whether or not it has Japanese or not. MV says Sonic in the back.
Oh, right there, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, there's a lot of stuff in the back. I've been setting up the studio. Like we're gonna have a lot of sit down videos pretty soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, is there any more comments? I feel like we blew past a few.
We blew past a few. Yeah.
We will do some. We're gonna do an opening maybe. You want to do that?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get into it.
Unless there's.
Oh, I'll start talking. You can start opening it. Do you guys watch Skylar Santana? He does mods too. I do not, but let's take a look. Because
Hoodie is a big Japanese date wheel guy, I've heard.
I like both.
You do like Japanese date wheels.
I like them both.
Yeah.
Skylar Santana, he does a lot of mods. How to start a watch channel today. I think we need to watch that video again. Get some up and coming advice. Yeah, he did a NH35 watch mod, step-by-step case swap guide. So he has a lot of useful info. I mean, it's not super hard to make watch modding, like doing watch mods. Depends what you're doing, right? But it's always better to, you know, watch a video along while you're doing it. So I mean, the production quality seems to be here. Like he's clearly doing something right. I like his content.
I guess like since I follow a lot of the watch stuff now, there's been like a lot of good channels that just pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I watched a video about why Invicta is like the most hated watch brand. It's like, oh, this is really interesting. They used to be like a brand from the 40s. Like, well, they're a pretty old brand. You know, over the years they've
a lot of brands died. A lot of the brands pre 70s all died out.
Yeah. A lot of whenever I do like some research on watches that I've never heard of, a lot of them just died because Japan.
Yep.
The Quartz.
Seiko killed them, bro. You want to show the first minute of our upcoming video?
Do you want to?
Yeah, I think it would be fun.
Sure.
I don't know.
Then we'll get into the unboxing.
Yeah, we'll do the unboxing. Yeah, so like you guys aren't sitting down right now. Yeah, I'm standing up. I'm only 4'3".
Wait, I thought HMT was a Russian brand.
No idea. I think you're thinking of like MVMT or something.
No, this is what we remember, the blue watch that we came across at the flea market. This was
kind of a lot of watches in the flea market.
The blue one that looked really cool.
Yeah, that was HMT.
Apparently, yeah, I looked it up.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was Indian.
that's interesting.
I sound like a
little bit of a
dumbass in the new video.
No,
Well, the thing is, we're not even sure if this is coming out this week.
It won't come out this week, but like I don't know, it's just nice to show, get people hyped up to see what's coming up. I'll put some comments on this one, so yeah, maybe turn off the music for a little bit while we're there. We go. Come on, JC. Anyway, this is the first.
Wait. Do you want to?
Yeah, do it from the start. Do it for the first 1 minute.
First 1 minute.
So this is our up and coming video coming soon. Coming out. Well, I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks. We went back to the flea market.
Yeah, I've been grinding a bunch of these edits, so like I just want to. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
I think the volume's really.
Welcome back to another video. We're actually on the way to the Nishiway Flea Market, or the Tokyo City Flea Market. It's actually one of the biggest flea markets in all over Japan.
Yeah, there's
I'm glad I put that footage in.
456 exhibitors, which means there's 456 chances to buy watches. We prepared today a fresh $100 USD in Japanese yen bill, and we're going to try and find the best watch that we can. We're going head to head. We actually filmed an episode like this in the past. Unfortunately, you'd have beat my ass.
I slammed him against the wall. Is that weird?
That episode was so nice, we had to do it twice. We're back again at the flea market trying to find some nice watches. We're going to show you almost everything we see, all of the hitters, some of the shitters, and see if we can find something nice for a nice price. Let's get right into the video.
Yeah, there we go. Keep looking forward to that. I'm not sure what'll come out, a couple weeks maybe, but
Yeah.
should be really, really good. Exclusive sneak peek, sheesh.
Was that on Sunday? It was 2 Sundays ago.
It was. Damn, time flies. You're right. Last Sunday we went to the Air Force.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, let's do the. Do you want to answer some questions and we'll do the unboxing? Looked up Invicta revenue, how much watches they have to sell. It's Adnan, how much they gave. You want to allow
They
it?
actually sell a lot of watches. Like there's obviously a market for it, right?
8 billion? Is that in? No way, that's in USD. Industrial support services. Hold on. Invicta watches revenue. 33 million, and they have to sell a ton of watches to get that 33 mil. I feel like I could sell 33 million of watches within 3 years. Is that crazy to say that? There's one up here I wanted to talk about to Butters. So Principal says, love the live stream. Content's getting better and better. Editing spot on. Keep up the great work, guys. See you later. Thank you so much. And see you tomorrow at work.
Damn, he's a fan at your job.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Did he find us randomly, or did you tell him?
No, I told him. I mean, we've been watch friends for a while. So SPB143 thoughts. It's a lovely looking diver. This is shopping. It's a lovely looking diver. Little kind of looks like, it's like a Submariner, but it has its own kind of Seiko styling in it. 300 meters, 3 days water resistance, prospects kind of thing. It looks nice. I think it's a beautiful watch, for people who like diving. I'm going to be happy with that one. Bracelet looks nice. Doesn't look like a hair puller. Looks like it's got some loom plots. I like it. That's not crazy.
Did you see the meme that I sent you today? Where it's like,
There's one here from Butter saying, need some advice here. Contemplating buying a Casio Oceanus Manta JDM model. Casio Oceanus Manta JDM for 1300 USD. We could probably, depending on the model, we can definitely beat that price. So if you want to send us a custom request, we could definitely get you.
Yeah, so Oceanus does not exist outside of Japan, what I hear. I guess they have some models, but they're very primarily.
Yeah,
I wonder why. I wonder what's the reasoning behind that. Casio's weird, man.
It's just, I guess people overseas weren't buying it, and Casio just gave up on trying to sell it. But now, post-COVID, now there's a lot more people into watches. They should try and start selling these overseas as well.
Again, yeah.
Right? Maybe just the brand's image wasn't there in the past, but now it is, I think. So, greetings from Finland. Just found this channel. Very nice content. Hell yeah. Glad to have you.
Finland, let's go.
Jason Jun asked 2 questions about what watches the average office man wearing. Is a majority Seikos, and just are most people generally into watches in Japan. I think we have a strong watch culture here, definitely stronger than Australia or some other places. But that doesn't mean that everyone's rolling around with Grand Seikos and Rollies all the time. A lot of people do wear watches. I think it's probably 60% or so of people don't wear any watch, and then the remaining 30%. I'd say probably 60% wear a smartwatch, 30% wear some kind of watch, and then 10% wear no watch at all.
When we go out and do these interviews, obviously we're trying to find random people, but even within the people that I look at, they don't really wear smartwatches though.
Yeah,
I feel like smartwatches are not that common.
Yeah, I think they're just a bit annoying, to be honest, to deal with, right?
I don't think that's. I don't know why they don't. Why wouldn't they wear it? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, to answer your question, Jason, I think the average office man really depends on their position in the company, how much they care about spending money.
It's definitely Seikos for the most part.
But it's definitely Seikos.
And then if they grew up in the 80s during the boom,
yeah,
they have a Rolex.
They have a Rolex or an Omega or something like that.
Yeah.
So, it's a mix. But a lot of Seikos, a lot of Casios, a lot of G-Shock, stuff like that.
Wait, I wanted to... Yo, bro, really like that Credor you got. Can you show it? How much did you pay? I don't have it with me right now, but it was 22,000 yen.
Yeah. Did you? I thought you didn't buy it.
I didn't buy it.
Oh, shit.
I think it's still there.
It's still there?
Yeah.
It's that one that got away, bro. You're gonna... Well,
the thing is, I think there's something that I didn't really like with it. So I don't know. I'm kind of regretting it, but it's not hard to find.
Head back there tomorrow. You got the Miku watch as well. We can show that one too.
Yes, we can show the Miku.
Yeah. And then we'll show these ones. So, what's the difference between Oceanus and Edifice line? Oceanus is higher tier, and so they usually offer a lot more complications and stuff like that. A lot of the Edifice, it depends on the Edifice though. Some of them are higher tier, but they're quite nice.
Wait, we gotta do this one. Welcome in. Thank you for all the first-time comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Thank you. We have Stan Proud. Opinions on Kurono Tokyo. Been looking to purchase the Reiwa model. Very hard to buy watches from them, right?
I don't think it's too bad.
It's not as bad as the other Tokyo brand, but
the Reiwa, I'm pretty sure you can just rock up and buy the Reiwa. It's some of their other older models that now are not for sale. So
I would like to go to the boutique in was it Aoyama?
Yeah, okay, but actually no, the Reiwa is sold out, and also in Japan it's sold out too. So you might be able to get some. It says, but it's only for people who live in Japan.
Wait, what? So they only sell it to Japanese customers?
Yeah, so there's a public global sale, and then there's the Japanese online sale, and then they have some in store at the Aoyama.
How much would a Reiwa cost?
It says here
it's not too bad.
Yeah, 300,000 yen. It's about $2,000 US. It's not too bad.
Interesting.
American watching from Thailand. Hell yeah, Mike. Welcome in. Pleasure to have you.
These watches are beautiful, man.
Yeah. I like this railway's nice.
This bent hand thing. It's so like I don't know, it's just different. I like it.
I'm gonna bend your hand in a moment, bro. You're gonna piss me off.
Hey, we've been hanging out too much. No, like every other day we see each other. I'm kind of getting sick of that. But anyways,
I like the Reiwa, but these ones to me represent the best ones they've ever done, and we saw 2 of these in the same event.
Can I be controversial?
Go ahead.
I didn't like these.
Oh, that might be too controversial.
Didn't we have a Kurono last meetup?
No, I don't. Maybe. I think we did have a Reiwa or something similar.
We had a Reiwa. We had a Reiwa.
But a Reiwa came. So.
I don't want like. Okay, so try to sell me on this. It's just lacquer urushi.
It's got this Suki urushi, right? Clear lacquer. And then so they created these patterns. So this one, the red one is like it's like a weird forest name. And then I think the brown one is Hagane, and then this one's like Mori.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Green urushi, red urushi.
I think
brown.
the issue is our meetups are like in a dark bar. So like maybe I just didn't see how pretty they actually look.
Yeah. I mean, this is like, you know, when you see those, like, this is like the Japanese equivalent of like a very plain, like, aventurine langa, or like an event, or like a malachite langa or something like that, right? This is like the Japanese.
This says only 200 grams of sap can be extracted from each tree, making it extremely valuable and increasingly rare.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I have a newfound respect for it.
Basically, like 10 trees died for this watch to happen. Okay.
All right.
And you're disrespecting the tree.
What is that Dr. Seuss show about the trees?
I look like that guy. The Lorus.
Lorx, yeah.
All I know about... Oh, yeah, go ahead with the...
Yeah. Y'all have meetup dark basement? I might actually bring a portable lamp next time.
Yeah, for the shots, like a soft lighting lamp.
I was thinking about Papa Shark. I knew he would show up. when we were talking when we were talking about the Kurono.
No. Remember, we were looking... I was looking at an old Nico Leonard video from 3 years ago, and I saw it said Papa Shark in a Discord. Like in the Discord call with Nico Leonard. So I'm like, that's the Papa Shark.
Real? Was that for real?
Yeah, that was for real. That was the thing I sent.
Okay, so let's do a top-down camera.
Yeah, for some unboxing, you guys get to see.
We'll do an unboxing, but I actually woke up this morning, did a few phone calls. We had to get this right here, which is the Seiko Hatsune Miku Seiko watch, which might not seem crazy for those who are not fans, but it's really hard to get this. So I had to go all the way out to Shinjuku and get it in person.
Yeah, so the last one of these online that we've seen has sold for like 240,000 yen, or like $1.5 grand USD. These have been discontinued for a while, and it's basically Hatsune Miku is like a Vocaloid in Japan, and it's a collaboration between Hatsune Miku and Seiko. So it's just tough to get these. Like we have customers.
What is 01?
That's the number of Vocaloid she is. 02, I think, is the other one, like the Ren Tosaka or whatever her name is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's just a pain to get these. We had a lot of customers who are interested and want this Hatsune Miku watch, but for a while I've had to tell them like we don't have any at the moment. And the last one we sold for like 800 USD, and the guy was super happy. And then like not even the next day, one of them went up and it was like over 2 grand USD. So it was insane to get these.
The weebs, man. Weebs have some crazy spending habits.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think this one will sell out fast.
Yeah, we have this, and it also comes with the acrylic stand, which I can't be bothered to open it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's like it's a full-on set. And the thing is
which is, you don't really see it all together.
Yeah.
I don't want to break it, but, you know.
Yeah, so there's a bunch more of these, like, does it smell like Miku? Damn. What does she smell like? Data bits? She smells like a computer, you know?
Really happy to get this. Like, it's...
yeah.
I literally went...
Yeah. We'll have a customer who buys that pretty quick, I think. But it's a cool watch. I think it's a really cool watch. It's just a shame that they've been discontinued now for so long that the price is, like, through the roof compared to... But we sell a lot of the manufacturer makes those. the manufacturer who makes those also manufacture a bunch of the other watches that we sell, and you can buy them new, and they're not discontinued anymore, so they're still at reasonable prices. So
I'm not a Miku fan. Yeah, it really is. I think it does well in Japan too. Like Japanese people.
yeah. So Ponad Presentini says, "What's the way to buy vintage KS from Japan apart from Kurono 24? I'm in Europe. If you go on our website, the JapaneseFactory.com, we can help you source any sort of vintage KS. We work with a lot of dealers in Japan, and you know we help get their stuff shipped overseas. A lot of them just don't deal with international customers because they can't speak English or they're just not interested in it or whatever, right? So you know, we have had some customers who are interested in vintage KS. We haven't shipped any vintage KS specifically yet, but we shipped some other vintage Grand Quartz and Seikos and stuff like that. So feel free to reach out to us and we can help you, you know, source some vintage KS and get it shipped overseas. All right, which one is this? This has got to be the.
I don't know which one is this one.
Probably the King Quartz, right?
You're supposed to make it seem like we don't know what's inside.
Oh,
It's a blind box.
I have no idea what's inside.
You want to do the honors?
Yeah.
Unravel this.
So this will be going up on the website soon.
We gotta make a video on it.
Yeah, we got to make a video and stuff like that on it first. But I saw these two watches and I'm like, we can buy these together and make a crazy video on it. I'm just going to be very careful because these are in too nice condition. Way too nice condition. Because I've been chasing some of these for a while.
Yes, a lot of people have been they don't know that we have a website where we source things, the JapaneseFactory.com. Actually, do we have mods in our chat? If you could just like spam the JapaneseFactory.com. And we've done a pretty good job at well, I didn't have anything to do with it, but the website's looking good. Well,
there we go. Wow, it looks better in person.
Whoa.
And so the first thing is that it has like a hammer finished bracelet.
So it's beautiful. What the heck?
Yeah.
How old
This
is
will be around 79, I think. So yeah, it's got a hammer finished bracelet, which gives the bracelet like really nice kind of effect on it. And the dial itself, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but
turn off the light.
Yeah, maybe turn off the light. So it's got a really nice like linen kind of effect, or like wallpaper effect. Kanji date wheel. It's not running at the moment, it just needs a battery change. So it's a really nice, there you go, you can kind of see it. So this was a King Quartz, which became, there's also Grand Quartz as well, but the other thing too, original bracelet, original fastener, everything.
Oh, it has it's everything's original.
Everything full original. It's like, it's as close as you could get to near old stock, I'd say. Like, I don't think that, from what I saw online, it didn't have any damage, and looking at it now, it doesn't seem like there's any damage or signs of wear either. So
the dial side.
I think this would be like a 34 mil or like 36. We'd have to get some calipers out, but it's really nice. Like, I think they did a baller job on this.
Dude, what the heck is watch? That's crazy how you found this.
Yeah, this one's not diamond dust dial.
Wow.
But it's very, very beautiful. And then let's take a look.
Best vintage looking watch I've seen.
Yeah, this I've been looking for one of these for years. So when it does get sold, I'm going to be very sad because it's just it's so hard to find one of these in this condition.
Do you guys like my keyboard? Any keyboard fans in it?
Yeah, it looks like Braille. Hello guys, what do you think about the Seiko? We'll look at somebody. Thank you for a comment. We'll bring up the Seiko. We'll bring up the Seiko tank later. But I have seen other Seiko tanks and they're really nice.
We should add some of that on the store, honestly.
Yeah. Ikura desu ka? I don't know, JC. We're gonna have to figure that out. But we're doing a video on it first. because these were the, you know, some of the watches that almost killed Rolex in the 70s, right? And killed a lot of Swiss manufacturers. So how do those vintage quartz movements holds up reliability wise? It can really depend, but you know, as long as they're not like you know, as long as you're not taking it to shower every day and stuff like that, and you know, getting dirty, and like the ones in here in this quality are really, really nice. We'll chuck it on a timograph and try and figure out, but these ones were like 20 seconds a year, and the grand quartzes were 10 seconds a year back in the 70s. So all right, so that was a king quartz, and now I'm going to show you guys the grand quartz. I'm just going to be very careful because this one's in even better condition.
Make sure we wrap it the same way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm just going to pull the bracelet out. You know what? I'll keep the bracelet on. Hey, take a look at this. There you go. Seiko Grand Quartz. This one is a diamond dust dial, and it's a twin quartz. So the bracelet is what is it called? Gold plate. But this is the first time I've seen one where the bracelet is just in perfect condition all around. It's got the Grand Quartz bracelet, you know, the original bracelet. We've sold one of these without the original bracelet, but this is the first one I've seen in the original bracelet, and just everything on it is perfect. It's like just this beautiful diamond dust dial. And kanji date wheel. Seiko was just, I mean, they were just killing it in the 70s, right? Yeah, side by side.
King versus brand.
Yeah.
What is it gonna?
Well, so these were, when these were sold in the 70s, these were 150,000 yen. And at the time, the yen was stronger than the US dollar. And so Rolexes were about, do it the other way. Rolexes were about, like a Datejust was about 100,000 yen. So this was, you know, 50% more expensive than a vintage date. Well, at that time it wasn't vintage, it was brand new. But yeah, really, really nice.
I'm gonna take some photos of this later tonight.
Yeah. Kurono Tokyo wa kirei.確かに JC-san.
These watches are like when I saw you buy them, it's like okay, but like when you
in person,
see it in person, it's like it's insane. I like the it looks like a staircase.
Yeah.
No.
The case flows into the bracelet quite nicely. I mean,
hell with the terrace. This I might Dean Dixon. And yeah, I mean,
I have one of these, but it has the original bracelet, but the original bracelet is not in as good condition as this, and it doesn't have the second part here, the fastener to go into. So it's kind of useless, and I was going to buy another one and then combine them to make one good watch. But then I saw this and I'm like, we have to get this. It's just way too good. Do you still
have the other one?
I do, yeah. I do, but I need to buy a third Grand Quartz and then combine them to make one good one. Because that one too also has like the bracelet is in good condition, the rest of the watch is not so good.
Yeah, watch out for stairs. Yeah, it looks like the staircase, man. Good.
So yeah, look out for that King Quartz versus Grand Quartz like deep dive video. Let's put it back on our faces for now. And then that one's for this one here. So
yeah, I'll put it back.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. It's making me look even whiter than usual. So yeah, they were really, really good. It's pretty sleek in it. I agree with you, Kai. Can't really go wrong with either two. Well, yeah, the King Quartz is obviously going to be cheaper than the Grand Quartz, right? Because that was basically the step ups, right? They had basically, you had your normal quartz, and then let me see if I can bring up the vintage King Quartz Grand Quartz. Seiko brochure. It's crazy to think. I wonder the stories that these watches have seen, right? Like that's the
Bro, they look like they don't have any stories. They're just sitting in the warehouse somewhere.
yeah. Maybe put the thing on. Yeah, so you can see here some of the other like King Quartz like models that came out and the price they came out for, right? Some of the other ones. There should be there's one we've seen a few of these actually. This one here, the VFA 2, one of these has come up recently. And so VFA is like, if you've seen the new ultra fine adjusted GS UFA that just came out. These ultra fine adjusted spring or ultra fine accuracy, they're kind of a throwback to these VFAs, which were for very fine adjusted, right? So there is one of these for sale. If you're interested in this one, send us a customer request because we can get this one shipped to you as well. I know a seller who has one of these.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, very fine adjusted, you know, kanji or the kanji day date. And so that's quite cool. But I'm trying to look for there was one. Yeah, this shows something interesting that you guys would like. Like a lot of these day wheels come with both languages, right? So they come with English and Japanese. So Monday, Getsu, which is Monday, Tuesday, Ka, which is Tuesday, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you can kind of swap it between the two with no problem. Hey, Joshua, welcome in. Good to have you. But yeah, where's the brochure that has the... I think there's another one who has these brochures for... Yeah, this guy, he puts up the brochures from... This would be 76, though. This is a little too early. Yeah, it has some of the King Quartzes, but it's not the 1979 brochure is the one that I want. Yeah, this one I think will have what I'm looking for. Why does the logo above the lighting look a little bit, you know, it does. People do call them the Seiko, you know, penis, the twin.
What?
Do people do?
Okay, you guys ruined that for me.
The dick dial. Yeah, so the ones here that are the King Quartz is the single quartz, right?
I see.
So people call it the dick and balls, and the twin quartz they call it the double dick.
You mean people as in people that spend time on Reddit?
People as in me. I'm spreading that.
You're spreading it out.
Yeah, these ones too, the Seiko Superiors, but I think at the time it was worth buying the Superiors, but that's because at the time they were like plus 10 or plus 5 seconds a year. Now these watches are still pretty accurate, like 10 to 20, but like I don't know if they'd still be in spec, you know, 50 years later. But yeah, you can see here, this is the one that we have, right? The Grand Quartz. On the
it was
original
that
price.
much back in the day.
It was 150,000. So
you got to take into account with inflation too.
Yeah, a Datejust would have cost you 100,000 yen back then.
Oh,
and this one cost you 150.
This was more than a Datejust Rolex.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm saying these Japanese. Yeah, let me set the scene, okay? Let me set the scene.
Full cameo. Go ahead.
Let me set the scene. So
I'll pause the music to set the scene. Come on.
Yeah. So let me set the scene. You just stepped out of your office and you're driving You step out of your office to Minato, you know, Minato-ku, and you drive over to your penthouse apartment. Yeah. You're overlooking the Bay of Tokyo, and you step out of your Ferrari and you go to the dealership and you look at there and you're looking at everyone else in your office has a Datejust. You know, their Rolex is Rolex that, but you don't like Rolex. You want to be different. You're the big boss and you're a proud Japanese man. So you're like, let's see what Seiko's got. You rock up to the Seiko and, you know, you see a lot of their cheaper stuff and you're like, what's the best Seiko I can get? And you realize that, you know, Quartz is just better in every way. And then you see this, right? The Grand Quartz. That's why Rolex almost died, because all of your other, you know, little co-workers, it's like how many seconds, you know, after a week, for you, time is very important. You're a big banker, big shot. You got to be on time all the time.
Yeah.
Right? So a Rolex that's out 2-3 seconds a day isn't going to cut it. These Grand Quartzes, they're out 10 seconds a year. Or 5 seconds for the Superior. And so you're willing to drop the extra, you know, 50,000 yen and get one for 150 compared to 100,000. That's who was buying these watches. Right? That's the scene. That's what I'm saying. You get it? Do you see my vision?
I see your vision. I kind of feel bad how they're just kind of like most people don't really know about it.
I'm gonna change that, bro.
You're gonna change that.
I'm creating a new wave of, because these are, people don't know this. Let me show you, right? So, what was I gonna say? People don't know that. Gosh, what was I talking about?
How they're
Oh,
known.
yeah. So Seiko actually talks about them on their website. Grand Seiko history. So they speak about it in their history, right? So I'll have to find it. But they here to 79. If we scroll down, they should show some of their, maybe it's in, I think they speak about it here in their precursor. Yeah, history. I want to see more on the history. Oh, I'll have to find it. It might be in the 80. Maybe not. But yeah, like this was the precursor to Grand Seiko's high accuracy quartz, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, before there was like Grand Seiko quartz, there were these high accuracy quartzes. Are they compatible with modern batteries? Some old quartz movements use different chemical batteries than the ones available now. I'd imagine so. We'd have to talk with our watchmaker. Like, I don't think we'd see any problem with you know, running them with newer batteries, but we'd have to look into it. Hold on. Grand Seiko history. Oh, what the? Oops.
There's like a side wheel on my mouse that changes tabs. Sorry.
Damn, Grand Seiko history, high accuracy. Okay, yeah, here. Oh, what, did they must have refreshed this or something?
They're trying to hide it from the history.
Yeah,
that's what's happening.
Here we go. Volume 4, yeah, so here you can see they're talking about some of their like grand quartzes, the grand twin quartz.
Yep.
So 1978, 9943. This is the one, but this is the one with the diamond dust dial, right? So you can see here they're talking about like some of these, yeah, these superior twin quartzes are like plus minus 5 seconds a year. Back in 1978, are you kidding me? That's crazy. All right, so I'll start answering some of it. But yeah, let me finish up with this one. But yeah, like you can see here, you know, quartz superior. So this is a king single quartz, so plus minus 10 a month. And then the grand twin quartz that we bought is plus minus 10 seconds a year. 1978, that's crazy. And the design is really nice. On all of these, the design is really nice, but just people don't really know about them. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to make the world aware of how cool these vintage quartzes from Seiko were. But yeah, this is the Grand Seiko website. So this is them explaining, you know, why this is the precursor to modern high accuracy quartzes from Grand Seiko, right? So yeah, very cool. All right, Starcom, I'll get to your question about the Dream Watch, but I'll just do this one first from Stace. What do you reckon of the SSA 463J? Let's take a look. Ooh, I like this a lot. I like it in blue too. There's a blue version of, yeah, blue here with like these kind of like yellow gold. Yeah, it's nice. I like how it's got like two designs on the dial. Open heart. The 24-hour here indicator, not super useful. I would prefer if that was a date or a day indicator instead, but it's cool. I like the design. I wouldn't pay more than 500 for this, but it's pretty nice. I like a lot of the Presage watch series overall. I think they make a lot of sense, like price-wise. This one I think is the better looker, to be honest. But they're both nice. They're all nice. You know, you can't go on the Presage range. They're very nice. Starcom says, what is your dream watch if you guys had no money issues? I think for me it would be this AP perpetual calendar in black ceramic. I think it's just this watch, openworked, either openworked or the Travis Scott edition, or non-openworked. All of them are just, I mean, it's just crazy, right? It's just really, really, really nice. But this is like a 200 plus grand watch. This one's like 700 grand. This one I think now is like 180 or something. So, but it's very, very cool. Other than that, like a frosted, some kind of frosted gold AP. I think these frosted gold ones are really, really nice. Like this one's quite cool, but this one's a little too much, right? Where could you ever wear that? Like a frosted white gold AP, maybe something like this. Although these are the minis, which I think, oh no, these are 37 or 34. These 34s are a little too small, but they're very, very cool. That's if I had no money issues. I don't think that would ever happen.
Do you like sparkling?
Not really, but is it flavored?
It's flavored, but it's not that great.
Okay, if it's flavored, I'll have some.
Sure.
Oh, you bring a whole, okay. I'm wearing a fake Frank Mueller. I am not a big fan of most Frank Muellers. I think they're just over the top and crazy. They're just not really for me. I do like some of their, like, watchmaking wise, they're very cool. Like this Frank Mueller Crazy Hours, I think is just a masterpiece, right? It's very, very cool. Rydell Urbanus says, I'm wearing my Tudor Black Bay 58 GMT. Hell yeah. Joshua says, watch check. What's everyone wearing? Me, Tissot PRX. Tissot PRX, great choice. I love, let's bring up this one. I love my SBGM 221. Let's bring that one up.
I'm back, y'all. Wow, a lot of time words.
Yeah.
Just welcome in, guys. And
this one, the Shohei Ohtani, the Dodgers 700 mil watch.
I really want this one. I don't care about Ohtani that much, but these watches, I just love the color of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like the Shunbun is nice, don't get me wrong, but I don't really care for it that much.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to get it if it's like a special occasion, but it's not something that I'm like looking for.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it on our channel.
Is this?
But I personally love this look of the Grand Seiko. I don't know. It's just like the like kind of like the beige color. The arrow is also, the hands is also blue.
What milestone would we need to hit for you to consider purchasing this?
A Grand Seiko?
Or just a Grand Seiko in general? Let's get these out of the way before we. I mean,
I was gonna say 100K YouTube subscribers, but we'll hit that pretty soon, and I don't think I'll have enough money when the time comes. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's not a bad. It's actually not a bad. I think by 100K, maybe
100K Grand Seiko. You know what I am super interested in? I'd like to see a Shunbun version 2 with the ultra fine adjusted movement.
Yeah, this is the blue. I love the blue. It's just like the. I also have a Cartier Santos.
Yeah, bring it out. Let's take a look.
The Santos also has blue hands, and I love how that looks.
Nice little gem on the side too. Hell yeah. The set to the correct date.
No, it's not.
Yes.
It's been kind of sitting here for a while.
So the big things that I think like make this UFA super nice, and why I'm like super excited for, I don't know if they'll do it yet, but a Shunbun version 2 to me would be crazy with this UFA movement, right? There's a couple of big things, but I think the biggest one is the biggest issue, not so much issue, but the thing that turns off a lot of buyers with the Shunbun is the power reserve is on the front, and it just completely throws off the symmetry of the dial, right? And so I'm not a fan of that at all. Right?
You don't like it?
I don't like the power reserve on the dial.
I like it.
Well, the UFA has it on the back, right? So I think it's just a better way to do it. It's the better way to do it.
I guess so.
Miguel says, I'm wearing the Breitling Avi 765 re-edition, which predates the Type XX. Let's take a look at this one. I'm usually not a big fan of Breitlings, but can this turn me over? That's nice. I like that. I wouldn't wear it personally, but, you know, I think it's cool. Quite a manly watch, right?
Yeah, it's huge. It looks big.
It's like I'm reaching on a plane, brother. You ain't never fly a day in your life.
Is there like a stereotype for people that wear specific watches?
100%.
What would Breitling be?
Breitling's like pilots, you know, manly man, a lot of hair on the arms like this, you know, hairy arms, real man's man. But yeah, anyway, back to Shimbun and the other thing is the micro adjust bracelet, and like these UFAs now come with the micro adjust bracelet, right? And obviously 20 seconds per year instead of, you know, 10 seconds per month, right?
80 people wear Breitling.
80 people wear Breitling. And I think the big issue with not an issue, but when you buy a Grand Seiko, the movement is like a big part of it. They look really, really nice, right? But then the Shimbun has this, like, you want to see the movement when you buy something that has a nice. When you buy a Rolex, nobody wants to see the movement because the movement is just not finished beautifully. But then these Grand Seikos, look at it. It's got a really nice movement, and then it's got a really nice movement. And you have this like weird ass line sticker in the middle blocking half of it, right? The UFA instead put a very light one, so you can actually see through a lot better at this beautiful movement. And just the movement in general looks a lot better because it's a much better movement. Now here's the downside: if they did do a UFA Shimbun, it wouldn't be like 5 to 7 grand. It would be like 11 to 15.
Yeah,
right. So it'd be a fair bit more expensive, but I think it could be worth doing, right? Because I'm not a big fan of like this style that they've done here. It's not bad, but I'd love to see a Shimbun version.
Kind of boring.
Yeah, it's a bit of a boring dial. Okay, Starcom asked me what would be my dream watch if you had no money issues, and he wants to. Now, and he forgot your name. So take your ego down a little bit.
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Wait. It's on my right. It's him.
No, I already answered the question.
Oh,
before. So.
What's my dream watch? I don't know. I've always wanted the Cartier Santos. That's what I got. That's what I got. So, like, I don't know.
If money was no issue, you can go even higher then. Like, you could go into the Holy Trinity. You could go into, like, you know, these insane micro brands. What about that Rich and Millie we tried on?
No, I don't like Richard. I don't like Richard. I don't know. Maybe like some of the watches that we saw at the auction.
Oh,
what do they have at the auction?
Yeah, the All You auction.
I would like a really nice Mickey Mouse watch.
The Gerald Denters?
Yeah, like maybe like a Gerald Gent. I really like that. It also is like a very pivotal moment in our channel. So like having that, I know it's a silly question, I know it's a silly answer, but I wouldn't say it's like my number one most wanted watch, but
so which one here? Because for those who don't know, I'll bring up the not here.
Wait, 47 people are watching right now?
Yeah, I know. We're happy to have 47 people in here.
Press 1 in chat if you're a real human being. There's no way there's 47 people watching right
now. Oh crap. I'm like, the video, we did a video on the All You auction. This was a while ago. Unfortunately, the video kind of bombed. It did 6K views.
I can remake this video and put it on the Patreon maybe, because that's a lot of footage that we cut.
So this was, we went to the All You auction, and this was the pre-auction, and we'll go to their new one. Are you guys interested in seeing a video where we go to the new auction when it happens, and then we see, like, you know, how expensive it goes, what it's like to be in an auction?
Let's bet on it.
Let's bet on it?
Yeah, let's actually like put some money in.
Some money in?
And then like be happy when someone outbids you.
You want to bid on something? We got to sign up today if we want to bid on something. So yeah, we saw a lot of
I like this one, the Rolex.
yeah,
this one.
56 sub. This JLC reverso was nice
Okay,
too.
maybe a reverse. Okay, I get it. A reverso. There's like this one where like it like opens up when you spin it. That one's cool. If I had all the money in the world, I'd probably get that one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, this Patek Norlis. So there was a lot there. Like we couldn't show every single watch, but there was a lot of cool stuff. I mean, this Chapek, you really like this Chapek?
I like the Chapek. Zenith as well. I think Zenith is one of the brands that I kind of am interested in. Sure.
This Skyline Tourbillon. This Cartier is crazy. If I see a lady wearing this, man, she's 10 times
this
more
Cartier,
beautiful.
this Cartier was nice. And then of course the Mickey Mouse here. The Georgenta Mickey Mouse. This is nice.
Yeah.
I'd love to have one of these.
Fantasy Retro.
Reversal as well.
Reverso's cool, especially the new ones they showed at Watches and Wonders were really nice.
You know, think about it. You know what? Like, I don't really have like a holy grail, like off the top of my head. But if you look in deep, and if I had a chance of getting it, maybe one of those, the one that opens up. I saw it on Instagram.
Opens up?
Yeah, it's like a slidey door on the JLC.
Oh, and there's like a picture in the background.
Picture in the background. Yeah. I love it.
You know, some of them are erotic, right? That's the
Erotic?
Yeah. So like you open it up and it's got like, you know, when I say erotic, I mean it's like, you know, a Greek goddess. You know how
okay.
You know how the Greek goddess is always like lounging like this.
Yeah,
and they got
yeah,
some grapes.
Yeah.
It's like that. So that's why you need to open and close it, because you know when your boss is around, you don't want to show it.
Right.
But when you're hanging, you know, out with the, you know, on a hot date or something, then you can open it up.
Hey guys, I like my Sarb 033.
Let's take a look at the Saab 033. I think I know this one. Yeah. These were a lot of the Saabs are quite hard to find because they're like baby Grand Seikos.
This looks like the Tic Tac watches that I just sourced.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Show them that.
Yeah, I'll show you. We just sourced this for a customer. Like literally yesterday. The
picture's not great, but
yeah, this is a SZB006. So this is the picture from the dealer that we were speaking to, right? So it's hard to, like, the pictures are not always in perfect condition. There's this one in 006, and then there's 007 as well that we were talking about to the guy.
He wanted 6, right? Just making sure.
Yeah, he wanted 6. He wanted 6.
What if I gave him the wrong? That would have been bad.
Yeah. So it's quite nice. It does look very similar to this Saab 003.
Yeah, if you guys are interested, again, JapaneseFactory.com.
Yeah, we do a lot of custom sourcing. Can you see this Orange Star reference? Let's take a look. Yeah, I've seen these. Didn't we see one of these didn't this pop out in the Ueno video? No, it was similar. These are nice though. Power Reserve, date, Orange Star. A lot of people don't know Orange Star is owned by Seiko now. And Orange Star is the premium range of the Orient. So these are like...
He keeps opening more tabs. You have a problem, bro.
Yeah.
My PC will actually blow up.
Yeah. No, very cool. Versus Dream Watch. Honey Gold, Zeitwerk, Alonga and Zona. Yeah, we saw that during the Watches and Wonder. They were really nice.
Let me close.
No, don't close my tabs, bro. You're hurting me.
I don't want to go too far because it does have like group chats and stuff opening.
Yeah, I know which ones from like here onwards you can just close everything. Because that's what we're just talking about in today's. Did you discuss the Casio doing mechanical edifices? We did not. But
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Casio mechanical edifice. All right, where's the new mechanical edifices?
This is significant, right?
Yeah, these got leaked a little bit ago, but now they're actually confirmed. So we haven't seen Casio do a mechanical watch for a long time, as far as I remember. And I mean, look at them, right? Like this carbon, like it's got like a carbon kind of dial case.
I like the strap.
Rubber strap, yeah. And then you've got like another one here, same dial, but with the like polished indices. So
how much you think you would cost?
I could see these being 30 to 50,000 yen. If it's more than that, I don't think it's that crazy, but apparently they said to use the Seiko NH35. I'll believe that when I see it. But some people are talking about
We have to do a video on it like, once it drops.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to get one, bro.
Yeah, I think getting one might be good too.
Yeah. But I don't think the full info is out yet because I'm not. Yeah, these are the normal range Edifice. I think this Tiffany one is really nice.
Chris, are you a
It's not
fellow
crazy.
Aussie?
Yeah, Joshua, my fellow Aussie. I'm from Sydney originally.
How many Australians are actually watching?
Probably a lot. It's a good time zone
Good
for
time
Australia.
zone,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like an hour later, right? What haven't done a review of related lit before? What do you mean by related literature? We haven't done one yet. Yeah, this honey gold Zywork. Let's bring that one up because it's just so beautiful. It's not even funny. Honey gold Zywork. Yeah, where's the new one that just got announced? Well, like Watches and Wonders. Honey gold Zywork.
Was that long?
Yeah, Watches and Wonders. There's a new one that just got announced. I don't think it's this one.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Honey gold. I think it was Odysseus. Yeah. Watches and Wonders. This one got announced at Watches and Wonders. The honey gold. Look at that. Oh my god. Big date. You know, day of the week.
This is
Small
for
seconds,
real.
honey
It's for
gold.
real on the side of the watch. That's crazy. For real.
For real. For real.
That's crazy.
You know why? You gotta have for real money if you want to buy money.
real.
It's like 100 grand, bro.
By far, bro.
Yeah, they had this one too, perpetual 24.
I think they did one of the. I think they had the best releases.
It was up there. They had a.
Why does it remind me of Tim Tam? I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say the same
the
thing.
honey gold?
That's why you probably like it without noticing
Yeah.
it.
Damn, I think half of the chat is Australian right now. Joshua, G-Shock Matro, Jason, Tim Cheeseman, Rydell Yabanez, JC, Dean Dixon, Ricky.
Dude, wait, everyone's Australian.
Everyone's Australian. All right, we gotta switch to Australian mode then. You gotta
What do I-
put on the accent, bro.
No, I'm gonna offend people. I don't want this channel to get canceled.
Anyway, boys, let's get on. Let's find some proper shitters. Yeah, we're in a Rolex website. Time to dream. I still the land dweller. They just need to fix it, bro. They just need to fix it. The funny thing is like the land dweller, you have to pay and get the like, I think it's the platinum one. You need to get the diamond bezel in order to get rid of the 6.9. You have to change it to the diamond bezel, right? Because I'll show you, they can do it. I think they're trying to get as much sales as they can with this configuration before they change to the good configurations. Right, 40 white rolls. Maybe it's platinum bezel. Here we go. So yeah, in this one with the diamond set bezel, they change it out and it looks way better. If you look at the fluted, look, the 6 and 9 just looks weird. You change it out to the diamond set and you get the diamond hours instead. How much better is that? Right?
I like the 6.9.
Damn, that's a crazy take. What about you guys in the chat? Do you prefer it with the 6.9 on the? Oh damn. Do you prefer it on the with the 6.9, like Explorer 6.9 on the dial, or do you prefer it with the stick markers?
You should actually go back to Australia. That's the end of the sentence. You should go back to Australia and do a watch meetup.
Right, shut
Like
up.
without me being there too. You can just do it.
You should come to Australia with me on a business trip.
I want to go to Australia.
Film some videos there.
We can film some videos there, and I want to drink some coffee. You guys keep on shouting.
Yeah,
It's the best
yeah.
coffee.
Damn. All right. Yeah. If maybe that's our 50K special.
Go to Australia.
Go to Australia. I'll take you to Australia. We'll take a look at some of the watch shops there,
Okay.
and we'll do some interviews there,
Okay.
and we'll host some meetups there as well.
Would it be offensive if I wore one of those Australian hats in the intro and be like, "Good night, mates"?
The fact that you call it an Australian hat is already.
What is it called?
You're talking about like
With the little ball.
corks, bro. This
What
one,
is
like
the
a
point-
cork,
what is the
hat.
point of this?
It's because of the fly.
It helps with the fly.
Yeah, because when you move your head, it moves the corks around. The
That is
flies get
ridiculous.
afraid of it.
That is ridiculous. Anyways,
G'day, mate. Yeah, give us your best g'day, mate.
good day.
Anyway, new Jack fan page. If you're coming to Japan next year, keep an eye out on our Discord and Insta because we announce our meetups. So if you're in Tokyo when we're hosting a meetup, you're gonna love it. Yeah, how do you pronounce this word, by the way?
Crikey.
That's not bad. I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Why do you guys talk so crazy?
We don't talk that crazy.
Okay.
New Jack fan page says this is going to be worth so much, but 100% in 3-4 years there will be an update for comfort, etc. Yeah, I think it's a step into horology, right? So they're trying to make some models that are going to challenge AP, Audemars Lange, not Lange, Vacheron Constantin, and Patek Philippe, right? They're trying to say like, hey, we can make a crazy movement too.
I'm glad, like Watches and Wonder this year, I'm glad these companies woke up. Like
Yeah.
Rolex and Grand Seiko in particular,
Yeah.
I'm glad they woke up.
Work up in what way? What do you mean?
Just like because they haven't like really changed much over the years.
Yeah.
So like it's good. I'm glad when they're going in the right direction, but it is very annoying they can't change whether you want 6.9 on the dial or not
Yeah.
without paying like how much more is it to the diamond size like times two.
Well, so the fluted is like
It's like
9
times
mil,
2, yeah.
and then with I think it's just once they get rid of, like I said it before, the oyster quartz. Once they get because the oyster quartz is the most analogous model, right? Because it's got the integrated case bracelet, all that. Like once they release one that has just the normal Datejust style dial, I think it'll sell like hotcakes. And that's where I'd be more interested in buying one, right? Because these oyster quartzes are really nice, whether it's Datejust or Day-Date.
Day-Date.
The Day-Date variant?
Datejust.
Yeah. Have you seen the Texano ones? I might be crazy for saying this, but I think these look nice. Is that crazy to say that? Chat, is this a hitter or a shitter? I like them. Is this... Okay, now I'm starting to doubt myself, bro.
No one's agreeing with you, man.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's looking, even though Australians, your own countrymen is looking the other way on this one.
Riggy says, I have a kangaroos in my backyard and had a lizard bigger than my arm on the screen door. This is why we talk crazy.
On second thought, maybe I don't want to go to Australia. It sounds terrifying.
No, it'll be fine, bro. But seriously, compared to everywhere else we go, it's gonna be way cheaper because we can stay at my dad's place, and then all we need to pay for is just like food and transportation.
How much is a cup of coffee in Australia?
Like $5 to $10. Depends on the. I used to live. Let me show you. Actually,
I really want some good coffee.
let me show you this place I used to go in Sydney for. You're gonna like this. It's a burger restaurant, but the owners are Korean Australians. So
Squid Game.
yeah.
Okay.
So they're like, it's like Korean fusion, Korean Australian fusion. Like the burgers, they put on like kimchi and stuff like that and make it like a Korean style burger. This is one of the most. They survived COVID too. It's like really nice. Look at that. They got what is it called? The Korean cheese balls. They're really, really nice. Hitter, shitter. Hitter, I always liked him, but I enjoy Strap Monsters. If you like it, love it. Looks like a VC. $5 to $6 for a coffee, 600 yen. Wait, you're live here?
Wait, Tricks. Oh no. Tricks. Oh no. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, look at that Cookie Monster. I gotta take you here when we come to Sydney, bro. Look at that. It's got the Korean spicy sauce.
Well, that's good.
It's bloody good, mate. I'll show you like a Sydney coffee, bro. You're gonna enjoy it. You know why? It's because back in the day, right? Australia's an immigrant country, right? So a lot of immigrants came during after World War II.
Yeah.
My grandparents too, right? My grandparents, they're actually Austrian.
Yeah.
And so they came to Australia in the 60s, and I think it was the 60s or early 70s. And then my grandmother was a dressmaker, and my grandfather was a hydraulics mechanic, right? Which, you know, they needed those people back then, right? Nowadays, they just get AI to do it. But anyway, so we had a lot of like Italians, Greek people, stuff like that came over, and they're like, man, the coffee here is shit. So they brought over their coffee culture, and that's how we got a much better coffee culture in Australia, right?
I see.
So that's the secret. Wouldn't you like to? Yeah, imagine an episode here, bro.
It looks fun.
Yeah, imagine that. Although we'd love to, I think we'll probably go to Malaysia and then do a day trip to Singapore first. I think episode there would be good. We go to some Malaysian flea markets. We go to some Malaysian fake markets.
I want to eat some Malaysian food.
Yeah, Malaysian food.
We'll have a food blog.
I think a section inside of it could be cool for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have one of the ladies on our team is Malaysian, so
yeah,
you know, she'll be able to show us around a little bit. We can get some good stuff. Kimchi cheese fries are awesome. Toby's Estate Coffee and Coffee Anthology, both in the top 10 best coffee list in the world. Hell yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Vietnamese brought coffee to Australia too. That's true, Tim. You're right. You're 100% right. Yeah. Vietnamese coffee is good too. Dude, I had a fucking banger banh mi in Nagoya.
Whenever I have Vietnamese coffee, it like makes me tweak out. Like it's so much caffeine.
I think that's okay, I'm gonna make that joke. I don't think that's the coffee, bro. I think
the
that's
Japanese
something else.
factory world tour. That'd be a crazy video.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. I mean, we did an episode in Australia. It was not like the best episode, but like it did pretty well.
At the time, it did pretty well. Like, you know, it did 25k.
I think it's at 30 now.
Yeah, 30. Oh gosh, wow. Yeah, a lot of our old videos kind of 51 people watching right now.
The Ginza guide too.
Ginza guide, shut up. Yeah, 35k on the Shinjuku. Where was the Ginza guide?
Right there.
16. Okay, that's not too bad. Where was the Sydney video?
Man, just like looking at all of our old videos.
Yeah. Yeah, it did pretty good. I think you as the interviewer in Sydney would have made this 100k video.
Come on. Put your chin up, man. Put your chin up.
Guys, be real. Yuta is the better interviewer out of both of us. Is that true?
No.
Is that true? You know why? Because when I'm behind the camera, I feed him all the good questions.
Yeah.
And then when he's behind the camera, I say anything I miss, anything I should say, and Yuta looks at me like a headless chicken.
Yeah.
He starts staring.
No, I actually, on the newer video that I'm actually editing at the moment from the flea market, you actually got on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
do we have that?
We'll try to keep pushing him out. That way I don't have to keep being on camera.
Yuta is the hitter. Cody Trick says I'm hate watching.
Thank you, G-Shock Macro. Thanks for hanging out. Maybe we have like a few more minutes left of the stream because it's almost 8.
Yeah, we'll finish up at 8.
Yeah. Can I show these guys the watch that I came across? The Seiko 5.
Yeah.
What's it called again? The Seiko. I think I looked it up. Seiko 5.
The moon phase?
No.
Oh,
what do you guys think about this watch? I came across this watch at the flea market, and fortunately, I didn't buy it. It's a Seiko 5.
The problem is, Yuta, you lack conviction.
I don't know why I didn't get it, man.
You need to.
This is one of these moments where I just regret it.
That's a full link one. To be fair, the one we saw was on a leather strap.
Yeah.
So this one is in nicer condition than the one we saw.
Definitely a lot nicer.
But I mean, that's the thing. Like, you know, we could probably put it up for like 150 to 200.
Yeah, it's like
and that's still a really.
It had some depth in it. It has some depth in it.
I'm not from Poland. Hell yeah. G-Shock Mattress says, great stream. Got to go see G-Shock Mattress. Nice talking with you. Dot Hajo says, I absolutely love the flea market videos. Well, you're in luck. We have a new one coming up. Probably 2 or 3 weeks from now. We have so much content filmed now. Like, we gotta wait for.
I will let you guys know this. I already uploaded I scheduled the next flea market video on the Patreon. You guys can get it like a week or 2 earlier, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's a full version. It's like 40 minutes long. I didn't cut. I did a little bit of editing on it, but it's a full version because there's a lot to go through in the video that it just wouldn't fit. Because the video itself is already 20 minutes, but it's the full length, all the weird, nasty jokes that were said about me.
How dare you?
About me.
You threatened to pin me against the wall.
I did.
And that's going in the YouTube cut as well.
That is. Yeah, that is.
You're gonna get cancelled for that. Because I did not like that at all. I did not like that joke at all. Square wears big though, not for me, too boxy. You messed up, get it. Square case round dial as well.
The crazy thing, they're selling this for 5,000 yen. 5,000 yen.
Yeah.
But I decided to get this one, which I've already shown all of this word, so this watch here.
Yeah, the Alba kanji day wheel. Have you shown your pick in that video yet or no?
No, I'm not.
Damn.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to.
This was also 5. Oh, I don't remember how much this was actually.
Yeah, I think is that one up
No, it's not
for
up
sale yet?
No.
Yeah, the one. This one is more realistic for.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is one of these fake websites. Have you seen those? If you type in like the there's these like fake websites out there that are like selling or like trying to scam you into. You might have to put it in Japanese.
It's okay.
Yeah, so they're like they're fake websites. If you like hop in the
It's this one here, probably Beauty Girl.
Beauty Girl. Yeah, at that price. So it tries to take you to these
random scary websites.
So it says like Beauty Girl, but then it goes you to this like whatever this Marbag Manera Fun. I think you've got some security software that's blocking it, but it's like a fake website that they have the watches like way below market price, hoping that you buy it, and then they just get your credit card details.
Yeah, I almost fell for that. Trying to buy a jacket.
Yeah,
it happens.
Yeah, it's worrying, man. Like every time I see them a lot because we have a lot of people come to us and they're like, "Can you get me a Saab 005?" And it's like been discontinued for years, and it's like expensive. And then I find a website that's selling it for like $70.
People are desperate, man.
And well, people are desperate. So that's what they're hoping. They're hoping someone's desperate. They see it. They're like, "Oh my, it's up!" And then they put in their credit card details and get scammed. So yeah. It's a little worrying. So yeah, just be careful. I'll show you the best place. Actually, we'll stop talking about Australia. We spoke about it too much. But yeah, any other topics you guys want to talk about quickly? We've got another eight minutes or so on the stream. Don't buy watches from Temu.
I was thinking about doing an episode of just buying a Daiso watch.
Yeah.
We just open it apart.
Yeah, I think Temu watches are not worth buying, but AliExpress has some nice watches. Look at these shitters, bro.
Wait, why does it say you bought this before? What's going on?
Damn. I like to ball out of control, bro. We know a guy as a team.
He's proud of it too.
He's like, whenever we meet him, he's like Temu chain.
Yeah, he
doesn't
like. He just doesn't care actually.
Temu shirt, Temu pants. That's how people should be with their watch purchases, right? They should buy what they want. You see the Trump, you're getting security check. The Trump Seiko mod.
Wait, where did you post that?
I know what he's talking about. And then yes, bro, these Trump watches. No, these are the nicer ones. These are Tourbillon. But they put out the like Trump watches, which are basically Seiko mod. These ones.
Is it actually Seiko's inside?
It's Seiko's inside.
Oh my god.
And then the T fell off. And then so it didn't say Trump, it just said rump.
That's hilarious.
There was a video of them Trump watches rump. Yeah, he ordered a $600 Trump watch for his wife.
On the news is crazy.
Yeah. Do they show? I'm pretty sure they must show a section where it. Yeah, see the T fell off, so it just says rump. God damn. Balling out of control, Chad. Yup.
That's
Yeah, guys, would you buy a rump watch? But these are like $700 too, 600-700. So like, the profit margin on these must be insane because NH35 is not expensive.
Wait, so where's that money going to?
The AliExpress watches, the AliExpress cases are not that expensive.
I don't get it. Like, who's making money off these watches?
Apparently, they licensed through Trump.
Okay.
So, like, Trump isn't actually making. He would have made money off the licensing.
Make Seiko great again is crazy.
Make Seiko great.
That's crazy.
We need to lower the prices.
Yeah,
that's Seiko's biggest problem.
Yeah, that's true.
The Seiko 5 GT is now like $500-600. It's crazy.
From watching
watch medium rare.
The Seiko watches are expensive now, man.
Yeah, Cody Tricks is right. NH35 movement is 40 USD. The cases are $35. And then it couldn't have cost more than 100 all up to make. And they sell it for like 600-700. Yeah, it's not the best way to spend your money.
I don't think people are buying it for the specs. I think it's just to.
No,
it has to be like an April Fool joke.
No. It's not April Fool's.
I know, but like, I don't see anyone buying this unless like they really love the current administration.
Yeah,
but I don't want to. We don't want to get too into politics here.
No, we're talking about the watches for what they are, and for an NH35 Seiko mod, $700 is crazy.
It is crazy.
It's crazy. Anyway, buy our Seiko mod for $700.
I'll put my name on it. Just Utah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're actually looking to do some. We have a guy who's interested in getting like a Casio mod from us. So we're probably going to do a Casio mod, make a video on it, and then send it off to him. And so keep an eye out for that in the future. I mean, we have so much stuff that we want to do, but there's just so little time, right? Like once we get through all the editing and like actually going out and doing videos and all the business stuff, there's and my full-time job as well.
I'm stuck in editing hell, y'all. I'm literally in this room the whole time. And it gets hot up here. Like isn't it hot up here?
You know why? Because your computer has cat hair over all the exhaust fans and the intake fans.
No,
so the computer gets super hot and then
I'm in the attic.
Yeah.
So it's direct sunlight. It's hot. It's only gonna get worse.
I'm waiting for the Elon Model X Seiko. It will have a 3-year delivery time frame.
That's a good joke.
That's a good joke. It'll be a Quartz too.
Yeah.
It'll be a Quartz. And there'll be panel gaps, like insane panel gaps. Sorry, not panel gaps, solid link gaps.
The Tesla watch.
Kim Jong-un X Movado. Guys, ever consider doing a brand rank list like Nico Leonard? Yeah, we should do that as one of our Wednesday videos. It's gonna get heated though. Ranking all of the brands from hitter to shitter.
I mean, yeah, I think that could be a good video. But
yeah.
I would like to have like a physical board that we like slap Velcro slap the brands to.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
Yeah.
That sounds expensive.
Yeah, how much does a Velcro board cost these days?
I don't know.
How much could it cost? $200?
I don't know.
$20?
How long does it take to edit one video? That's a good question now. I mean, I try to do it within a day, but like it usually takes like 2 or 3. Yeah. I would have to sit in front of my PC for like hours.
Yeah. We've introduced another editor as well, but it still takes time for us to like get him used to our editing style and stuff like that. So we're hoping to streamline, improve the process a bit, but I don't know. I think at some point we might just have to get like a half Japanese dude and just employ him for like 1 or 2 days a week, and just all they do is editing for us. So, I mean, we'd love to. It's going to take time to grow like our fan base and grow the business and stuff like that, but I'd love to get to the point where me and Yuta can just focus on doing content all the time, because that's when we can just go crazy on everything, right?
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, really happy about where we're at now. Crazy, like we're a quarter away from getting a plaque, which is like
YouTube plaque, yeah,
which is like a huge milestone.
Yeah. I used to dream like times. I used to dream about times like these. Who's that?
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
I used to,
That's
yeah.
your
I
favorite.
used to pray about these times.
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You have to edit while Cudi plays Overwatch too. Damn.
Damn, bro.
How does he know that you play Overwatch?
I know exactly who that.
You know who that is? But yeah, it's crazy. You know, I'm very blessed to have this opportunity. You guys want to check out our website, and if you want watches, you know that you're looking for that we can source, go to thejapanesefactory.com.
Yeah, you can see us through. You got metronome watches. You know, we've got a Casio desk clock that looks like a A158. Anime collab watches. We've got curated vintage as well. We do a lot of custom orders too. If there's anything you want, we just added these like watch boxes.
Lacquer.
Yeah, lacquer. This Aizu lacquer one is really nice.
Yeah.
So it's got
I
a
think
tail
this is coming. We have to do some filming with this pretty soon, actually.
Yeah, we got one coming, and we have to buy another one for the guys coming next month at our meetup to pick up the 5 one.
Oh shoot. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll film some content with this. It's got the Tale of Genji, which is like a very popular Japanese like folklore. Well, maybe it actually did happen, based off a true story. But yeah, they're quite nice. Like, we're adding a bunch of products on here, so you know, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, take a look at it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, hop on our Discord. So everyone, you know, we answer every like question we can basically in the Discord. So I'm always there, like sending messages probably 5-10 times a day. So, you know, feel free. Can I open? Is it open here? Yes. So, you know, feel free to hop in the Discord. We got a lot of people who like, you know, show off their watches, and it spawns a lot of great discussion. And you can get, you know, information from other watch fans about you know, models and stuff like that. Everyone's very nice. We have nobody who's like talking shit.
This is nice.
It's quite a nice one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the Eagle
Also,
set.
another thing that I want to promote. Sorry, Patreon. If you guys want to support us even more with like traveling, because there's a lot of traveling. We're always out like every weekend.
Yeah.
Patreon is the best way to support us directly. So if you guys want like exclusive content, I've been working a lot on the Patreon these past few days or past few like weeks, even months. And yeah, definitely support us on Patreon.
Yeah, let's
If you guys want to, actually put that in the channel actually.
yeah, I'm just gonna pop that in now. There we go. Hop on that link, and that should you can jump in the Discord and say hi to everybody.
Yeah, join in the Discord.
Join in. There's a lot of great conversations there.
A lot of people are always surprised to. I don't know. Like, people don't know we have a Discord. People don't know we have a Patreon. People don't know we have a website.
Yeah.
It's because we just don't say it enough.
Mhm.
And I'm sure it might get annoying to the point where you're like, okay, we get it, but it's good to say out loud.
Yeah, I mean, every time we like post the link, you know, another 5 or so people come in, and then, you know, they start posting and having like a really good time in there. So it's all for fun. A lot of people really enjoy it. So anyway, thanks for your time, everybody. Anything else any last words you want to say?
Sorry, Michael said King Seiko, Grand Seiko. We'll answer this real quick. I think King Seikos are awesome, but Grand Seiko is like the current stuff, right? I think King Seiko came back, which they're still pretty cool, but I love the King Seikos, like the vintage ones.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think with the current value proposition with the modern King Seikos is really tough, right? It's really, really tough. And so I think, you know, King Seiko, Grand Seiko, it's really worth. I would rather buy, like you said, a vintage King Seiko rather than a Grand Seiko.
Yeah.
Well, if you got the money, you should buy a Grand Seiko as well, or whichever one you want, right? But the modern King Seikos, like, they're like over 300,000 yen. It's just they're quite expensive for what they are. Like, you can get a Grand Seiko Quartz or like a used Grand Seiko, some of the other models, right? So it's a bit tough to say you should buy a new King Seiko from Seiko compared to buying a used Grand Seiko, stuff like that. So yeah.
Welcome in, Wilson. You caught the very end of the stream. Thank you guys so much. People that are watching, you know, while we're not live, thank you guys so much for watching to the very end.
And yeah, we'll be back next week, Wednesday.
Unless something crazy happens, we might not be able to do it, but we're locking in Wednesdays as Watch Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, look forward to the new video this week. look forward to hopefully the watch box comes so we can make content on that. Yeah, thanks guys for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks guys for hanging out. It's been a pleasure. Have a good rest of your day, or night.
Yeah.
And yeah, see you next week, and also see you on Friday 8:30 p.m. JST for our video drop. So I hope you enjoy the upcoming video as well. Anyway, see you guys.